Hey, in this video we're going to learn about discipline, how to kind of move away from emotional stuff and move towards having focused, disciplined action linked up to a deadline, okay? The reason this is important is because if you don't have this in your life right now, you'll find that you're going to train and eat clean for perhaps 2 weeks, and then your good effort's going to fizzle out. So think back to maybe a New Year's resolution when you said, I'm going to lose this belly fat, I'm going to get a six-pack. You do everything correctly and disciplined and high focus for 2 weeks, and then it fizzles out, okay? Something comes up and you end up just not going to the gym or eating right, and 2, 3, 4 weeks down the line, you're back to normal. You're not doing anything, and you just go, oh, I've tried, and maybe I just can't get into shape. And we start making excuses, blah, 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 okay? The reason I know this is because I talk to loads of guys every single day who want to get in shape, and we all have the same frustrations. We all have busy lives, yeah, but there's a way to get around it, and I'm going to teach you how to do it right now, okay? So think back to when you were learning to drive, and when you were changing gear in the car, the first lesson probably, you were looking down and going, oh, I'm not quite sure where the gear stick is, fumbling for it, get it into gear and we go. But that was the wrong thing to do because you should have kept your eyes on the road. Now, fast forward to today, and you can easily keep your eyes on the road whilst changing gear, and you don't even have to look at the gear stick, probably don't even have to think that it's there, okay? Now, when we're doing training, when we're doing fitness stuff and we have something like a sugar craving, so I feel very hungry today and I want to eat cheesecake, want to eat a trifle, want to have a pizza, want to have basically any crap food, any craving for some junk food, okay? That's the same as looking down at the gear stick, fumbling for it, and then looking back at the road, okay? If you think of the road as your target, you need to keep your eyes on that all of the time. If we give an emotion any sort of power, so if you're looking down at that gear stick, that's giving it power. That's feeling an instinct and giving into it, rather than overriding the instinct and going, I really want to look down at this gear stick, but I'm going to stay focused on the road. Do you get what I mean? Okay? So, when you do have cravings, when you do feel like you don't want to go to the gym, you need to think, right, I've got goals to hit. Like, it doesn't matter how I feel right now. I'm going to stay disciplined, and I'm going to just drive to the gym. I'm just going to do that next step. I'm not going to buy that crap food. I'm just going to buy some healthy food. I don't have to eat it. I don't have to like it, but I'm going to buy some good food. I'm going to just do the warm-up in the gym. I'm just going to make the meal. And eventually, by just doing that next step, over and over again throughout time, you'll train yourself to be disciplined, you'll stay on track to your targets, and you'll achieve everything that you've ever wanted. But if you don't focus on that discipline, if you always give in to your instincts, if you always are an emotional creature rather than a logical machine, obviously we're not going to get to being like a robot, and we never would want to be like that. But if you imagine a spectrum, the emotional extremes and the logical extremes, we want to be more logical than emotional. And when you are emotional, you want to be able to override it and pull yourself back to logic and reason and focus on your goals, okay? In the next video, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that we do this with our clients, so what we actually teach them to overcome this. You're going to learn loads in that next video. Just an overview of like discipline and how it is about overriding emotions today, okay? So make sure you watch the next video, and I'm going to go into great detail with that, teach you a load of cool stuff, okay? I'll speak to you soon. Catch you on the next video.